everyone, and welcome to Google Ads Academy. Every business's goal is to grow, and digital marketing is a tool to support that growth. The modern consumer is changing with their journeys no longer being linear, and the digital ecosystem continues to evolve to meet these shifting behaviors, making the way you measure and drive performance more complex. Today, we'll show you how to unlock the full value of your marketing with your web and your app. My name is Sadi, and I lead the EMEA product strategy for our Google App Ads business, where my team and I work closely with our global product teams to build solutions that meet your business and marketing objectives. I've been at Google for 2.5 years and have worked in the app ads industry since 2017, where I was sitting in your seat working with Google to deliver efficiency and profitability for a global e-commerce company. Later in today's session, you'll hear from my colleagues Ashmita and Yvonne, who will walk you through the details of how we at Google continue to invest in building AI-powered solutions to help you maximize the impact of your marketing efforts. So more specifically, here's how we'll spend this session together. First, I'll set the scene by sharing some consumer insights and how Google's AI and app ads can help you build stronger customer connections. Then Ashmita will dive into how you should set up a holistic web and app measurement and optimization strategy to help you achieve your best ROIs. And before we wrap it up, Yvonne will share how Google's AI-powered solutions can help you grow your most valuable customers. We're really excited to talk you through these important topics today, and we hope that you'll find these guidance informative and helpful. Before we get started, here's a little bit of housekeeping with just a few asks from me. Please make sure you submit your questions so that we can answer them, and make sure you have the information you need to have productive discussions with your Google Accounts team. Take notes, as our Q&A will only be available during the session, although you will be able to rewatch the session later on demand. Lastly, and most importantly, please share your feedback, as we always want to make sure we're improving our events and content to meet your needs. Okay, so let's dive in. "2024 is a pivotal year for marketing, with the rise of AI and the end of third-party cookies. Consumer behavior is becoming more complex, with higher than ever expectations for personalized experiences. And now this is your opportunity to strengthen customer connections by optimizing the numerous touchpoints across your web and app channels. Today, 93% of consumers use both mobile web and apps to research, browse, purchase, and manage their accounts. They're switching between web and app 5 times on average, with 38% expecting to finish their purchases on a brand's app. And it's important to remember that customers don't differentiate between web and app. Yet only 11% say they have a seamless experience across both channels. Now, this underscores the critical importance of creating smooth cross-platform experiences that delight and therefore convert your new and existing customers. To put it more simply, your customers don't think in terms of web or app. They simply want seamless experiences. There are no web customers. There are no app customers. There are simply customers. So what does this practically mean for you? In today's world, consumers are less brand loyal and harder to reach, making it business critical for you to optimize each and every touch point across your web and app channels to solidify marketing's role as a profit center. This will lead to higher profitability and long-term growth for your business. So in a world where consumers are browsing multiple channels on multiple devices throughout their shopping journeys, we know that we need to give you the tools and capabilities to meet them where they are so that you can hit your marketing goals. The power pair of Search and Performance Max is the best strategy to help you maximize reach and conversions for your web channels. And now you can turbocharge your performance by combining your web advertising with your app through Web-to-App Connect and app campaigns that will generate incremental conversions and growth that can help you maximize the value of your marketing investments holistically. Now I'll pass it over to Ashmita in Dublin, who will cover holistic web and app measurement and dive deeper into Web-to-App Connect.
Hello from Dublin, everyone. I'm Ashmita, and I'm a product lead working to bring app ad solutions to web-first advertisers in EMEA. In this section, we'll talk about measurement. So let's start. AI can only be as good as the data you put into it. This also holds true for all the channels and devices that you're using AI for. Without robust data and measurement in place, it's like you're setting out on a road trip without GPS and fuel. You might be moving, but do you have a clear vision of your destination? In order to have a clear vision, you need to combine all the information you have on your consumer throughout the purchase journey, from browsing on the web to purchasing on the app. This is your fuel to drive growth. Now, closing the gaps in the user journey also means closing the gaps in your organization. A holistic measurement strategy is crucial to capture the full ROI of your campaigns. Given these shifts, to ensure you're understanding your full user journey and ROI of your marketing campaigns, it's now more important than ever to implement a holistic measurement strategy that captures performance across both the web and the app. When looking at web measurement signals, you're using click trackers, tags, pixels, but you're missing out on the actions that the user might have taken in your app earlier or later in the purchase journey. When combining web with app signals, you're adding information coming from the in-app event and in-app traffic. Being equipped with these holistic web and app insights can help you drive more informed decisions about your ad spend, improve your campaign performance, and create better, more unified cross-platform customer experiences. A holistic measurement strategy should consist of tracking shared web and app KPIs, which help you more accurately evaluate your overall business performance and make decisions. Here are 4 ways how your app can impact key overall business metrics. Think about the bottom line and the profitability that your app drives for your business. You need to shift the conversation to discuss how your app is driving profit, how your app increases the purchase rate after a person downloads the app. Look at customer service costs that are impacted after the user starts using your app. If your business isn't around a mobile game, think about how much you spend on customer service and call center support. Then think about how your app could help solve the tickets and problems that are raised to customer service. Think about how much each of these customer service tickets and interactions cost, and how much money can be saved by solving those challenges via your app versus by a contact to the call center. Now, you could also look at the metrics around average order value and basket size. See how much the average order value changes for a user after they've downloaded your app. Go over this data. Use the data to evaluate whether your investments in app marketing are balanced or appropriate. Finally, look at metrics around customer sentiment and see how your app is driving these metrics in a positive direction. One metric that's really popular is Net Promoter Score. See how NPS changes once a customer of yours installs your app. See whether you can improve your business's on-location experience via your app, or if your app can help drive repeat visits. Now, once you've set a strong and holistic measurement strategy, you then will have a clear opportunity to optimize your web campaigns and double your conversions with Web to App Connect. With Web to App Connect, you're optimizing for your most valuable users through your web campaigns. Consumers who already have your app installed have indicated a preference for how they want to interact with your brand. So if they see and click on your ad, you should drive them directly into the relevant in-app destination instead of your website. Here, consumers won't have to re-enter already saved personal information or stored preferences. And this is especially important for retail marketers because we see that 47% of retail app users use apps for a quick one-click checkout. This frictionless and seamless web-to-app experience is how consumers expect to interact with brands today. Now, this has 3 clear benefits. First, this creates a seamless mobile experience by directing your app customers from your web ads to where they can easily complete their desired action within the app. Second, it closes the loop on your conversions, as you're now defining and measuring important conversions for both your mobile website and the app. And finally, it improves mobile performance and ROI by optimizing for performance using conversion data from your mobile website and the app. So you must be thinking, sounds great, how do I get started? Well, the implementation of Web to App Connect goes in 3 steps. First, track. We start with measuring the value of app conversions through tracking. Second, bid. We boost performance by bidding on in-app conversions and using smart bidding. And third, link. We drive users to the app through deep links. In step 1 with tracking, we focus on in-app conversion measurement. This involves identifying and measuring events where your users are converting, which might be on an in-app purchase, sign-up, or any other valuable in-app action. Setting up an in-app conversion measurement ensures that any app landing clicks and conversions associated to your web campaigns are being measured. This process will limit your measurement gaps, optimize campaign performance, and inform your marketing strategy to drive better business results. When you're starting off on this journey, it's important to know that app conversion tracking also has built-in coverage to measure app conversions for ads without deep links. The way this works is, when a user with your app sees your ad and clicks on it, they might manually reach your app, provide consent to tracking, and then proceed to make a purchase. App conversion tracking then captures the user's device ID and securely sends it to Google. We match this against Google's interaction data, and a conversion is reported into your account. So by measuring all possible web-to-app journeys and relevant in-app conversions that matter, we're ensuring maximum performance. If you're running a campaign without in-app conversion measurement, you'll not be able to see the in-app conversions that happened as a result of your web ads. Not only does this limit reporting and visibility into your ads' effectiveness, this also means your campaigns are running less efficiently. Therefore, with limited measurement, bidding systems are less effective in delivering ads to likely customers. Bringing us to step 2. Bidding enables you to optimize campaign performance on basis of these select in-app conversion actions. It is important to bid after tracking app conversions to ensure campaign bidding models have quality signals to work efficiently. Signals inform bidding systems on the value of a potential customer, such as the likelihood of them converting. This information is used to decide when to bid and how much to bid for an ad space. In other words, more signals fuel the optimization models to deliver ads more effectively, leading to higher campaign performance. Now, there are 2 ways you could start bidding. You could either bid for all campaigns by creating an account default goal inclusive of app conversions. This is best if you're looking for fast results and to unlock maximum performance in a short period of time. Or you could approach this by slowly flipping bids by bidding on app conversions for one campaign at a time and gradually flip bids for more campaigns later. This is best for testing performance at a much smaller scale. Finally, the third and final step is to link, also known as deep link. Link or deep links are URLs that send mobile device users directly to the relevant pages in your installed app rather than the website, promoting a seamless web-to-app experience. Here's an example of how a deep link works. Let's say a customer with your app is searching for new shoes on their mobile browser and sees your ad. With deep linking, they will land on the in-app product page and can check out much faster, which improves their experience and also drives better campaign performance. In fact, on average, advertisers who have implemented deep linking are seeing over 2x uplift in the conversion rate for app landing clicks versus clicks to the mobile web. For Web to App Connect, we recommend 2 types of deep links: app links for Android and universal links for iOS. Google Ads supports app links and universal links because they're reliable, safer, and offer a better user experience, and these deep links work seamlessly with the various Google ad formats. There are 3 stages to effectively implement deep links. First, you must identify deep linked opportunities in your campaigns to ensure optimum coverage. Secondly, you should proceed with implementing deep links or fix any misconfigured deep links if you have already implemented them. And lastly, you should be using deep links in your campaigns, especially the ones you consider a priority once you've validated them. Unlike the conversion tracking and bidding setup section, you can complete these deep linking stages in any order based on your unique needs. Finally, it'll be good to know that today Web to App Connect is supported across search, display, shopping, PMax, YouTube, discovery, and hotel ads. The implementation of Web to App Connect requires collaboration within multiple teams for you internally. So we recommend thinking about this implementation journey in 2 phases. First, to quick start this journey, start by tracking and bidding on app conversions to drive performance improvements. Then in phase 2, implement deep links to truly supercharge and maximize your web campaigns. That being said, these 2 phases will involve multiple tools and steps, and oftentimes we see brands run into technical challenges. And that's why we've launched Web2App Connect, a one-stop destination in the Google Ads front end to help you establish in-app conversion measurement, bidding, and deep link implementation. When you navigate into the App Advertising Hub to enter this page in Google Ads, you'll be able to see the key performance metrics being driven from establishing the in-app conversion measurement, bidding, and deep linking in the main performance overview card. Some of the key metrics shown here are your app and web conversion rates, your deep linking coverage, and a lot more. Here you can also toggle the date range to look at your data in a specific window. You'll also be able to see the current stage of your Web2App Connect setup and the recommended next steps. Through your implementation and post-implementation journey, this page will allow you to have a clearer understanding into the results you're driving. Beyond this tool in Google Ads, we're also encouraging the integration of app conversions with equivalent web conversions as a unified goal. This is happening both at the campaign creation stage and also during conversion action setup. And finally, we recommend leveraging these helpful tools that will help you and your developer team progress along the deep link implementation cycle. The Deep Link Impact Calculator in Google Ads will help you prioritize your deep linking opportunities. The Deep Link Validator in Google Ads can validate specific links, the app, or even help identify misconfigured links. And finally, the Deep Links page in the Play Developer Console can help share a full overview of the setup to your developer teams, along with a lot more teams to help implement, troubleshoot, and maintain them. Recapping on your checklist to maximize your web ROI, first, track app conversions. Capture the full value of mobile tracking either through GA4 or an app attribution partner. Second, optimize for value. Train bidding models to deliver ads more efficiently by bidding against only value-driving conversions across the web and app, and re-engage with your most loyal users. Next, deliver a seamless mobile experience. Set up deep links to send your users directly to the relevant page in your mobile app where they can complete the desired action. Use these deep link validator tools to help identify the URLs and use the deep link calculator to estimate the impact. And finally, use tracking parameters. Enhance tracking and coverage by enabling URL parameters to track deep links and future-proof your measurement. I'd love to leave you with this case study where we saw Debancorp maximizing their ROI with Web2App Connect by optimizing their existing web campaigns. The luxury fashion retailer wanted to incorporate their app into their value-based performance strategy. After deep linking, tracking, and bidding, they saw their conversion rates double via the app versus the web. Acquisition costs lowered by 10%, the average order value jumped by 48% in the app versus the web, all while that PMAX campaign saw their ROAS increase by 68%. And now I'll pass it on to my colleague Ivan in Paris, who will cover the final step in unlocking the full value of your marketing with web and app.
Hello from Paris, everybody. My name is Ivan, and I am a product lead working on the app ads for the EMEA region. Now that we have seen how to optimize existing web campaigns with Ashmita, the final step for you to reach the full value of your marketing is to grow your app user base. This is in order to maximize the return on investment of the Power Pair and Web2App Connect with App Campaign for installs. As you might know, SEI is the first of Google AI-driven product that launched in 2017, where with minimal inputs, your advertisers get the best of Google's algorithms to acquire app users through the different properties such as search, AdMob, YouTube, and also some exclusive Play inventory, which all of this combined leads to a massive reach of more than 2 billion users. And what does this mean for you? This means that getting the right message in front of the right customer at the right time is a constantly moving target. And app campaigns are here to help you do exactly that. Share your goal with the app campaign and let it tap into the full power of Google AI to promote your app across channels, all from a single campaign. Google's properties have the greatest reach of iOS users than any other network. Most iOS search traffic goes through google.com because it's the default search engine on Safari and Chrome, which together make up 87% of mobile internet browsers worldwide. and actually YouTube reach of 660 million active users across iOS devices worldwide make it one of the biggest among entertainment apps. Setting up an app install campaign is easy and takes only 4 steps. First, you choose your goal and the campaign type, what marketing objectives you want to drive, basically. Second, you set your bid and budgets to ensure our algorithms get enough conversions to learn and scale. Third, you create and upload your creative assets to control the messaging and put our products to your service. And lastly, you track your conversions, ensuring you focus efforts on what drives value to you. Then you need to use the right bidding, the one that makes the most sense for your business. So use target cost per install when all installs have similar values. Use target cost per action when installs have different numbers of events, but all events have similar value. You can also use target return on ad spend when different conversions have significantly different values that you don't know in advance. Or you can use max conversions when you have to set budget and you want to get the most out of it. And of course, use separately targeted campaigns with separate bids when different conversions have significantly different values that you do know in advance. Creatives play an integral part in succeeding with your app campaigns. The minimum requirement for app campaign is to enter 2 headlines and 1 description line, but you can do so much more than that. Have a creative asset mix of text, images, video, and HTML5 as the baseline for kicking off an optimized creative strategy for your app campaign. Maximizing your coverage of the different creative assets per ad group ensures optimal reach across our various surfaces and formats. The exclusion of a specific asset type inherently limits access to inventory sources. An app campaign with limited reach may eventually face difficulty scaling as well as hitting a campaign's goal. In short, creative assets are the new creative control for your app campaigns. Steer your app campaigns to spend more on better formats by having creative's coverage of assets. So what does the ads look like in app campaign? Well, we are going to use what we call your manual asset, the ones you upload and create, as well as some automated assets, pull, for example, from your store listing. And all of those will be combined in different ad formats. Those different ads will then serve across our different networks and multiply touchpoints with your users. For example, the same video can be used for YouTube, Play Discovery, AdMob, and way more, while being combined with different images and text assets to efficiently deliver your message and convert the users. Earlier, we mentioned how app campaigns for installs let you tap into Google's AI magic to promote your app across all the best Google properties. But how do you actually make it work? 3 things. Find your ideal audience, hit them up at the right time, and give them an ad they can't resist. And let's see how we can help you do that. First, make the most of your campaigns by setting which audiences to target that best align with your goals. App campaigns for installs don't offer hard targeting, as we believe in our algorithms to find valuable users. However, we offer products allowing you to provide inputs. Audience Signals, for example, is a tool that assists you in supplying additional data to AI models to optimize the effectiveness of acquisition campaign. It enables you to guide the AI system by sharing your knowledge about the type of users most likely to respond positively to a campaign or an ad group. This feature helps AI system achieve better outcomes by leveraging your expertise and overcoming the challenges of cold starts, where AI have limited data to learn from. Then you can also create audiences with Google's machine learning across web and app. This is called predictive audiences. Once the models are trained, you'll be able to create audiences based on what Google's machine learning thinks they'll do in the future. For example, you could create an audience of users likely to purchase in the next 7 days or users likely to churn in the next 7 days and keep them engaged or feed the acquisition with signals. But sometimes, we know you also need to exclude certain groups of people from your ads. This is known as audience exclusion. For instance, you might want to keep previous installers out of your ads because you think they'll reinstall your app on their own, and you are more interested in getting new users. Then we have on-device conversion measurement for iOS, which is a privacy-centric solution to enable more accurate conversion measurement by increasing deterministic data. It relies on on-device matching of your first-party data, where neither advertisers or Google can ever identify the individual converting user. providing our conversion model with additional source of ground truth, which is deterministic by nature, with the objective of improving the overall quality of our conversions modeling. And we found out that for apps with a majority of users logging in, implementing on-device conversion measurement for iOS app campaigns drove a median increase of 12% in new user installs on Google's own inventory. Let's see how this helps in seizing and creating demand more effectively. So you can utilize SKAd network values and Google Ads together effectively. The scan conversion value bidding beta will integrate your scan conversion value schema with Google App Campaign to use additional deterministic signals on iOS for bidding optimization. This may implicate an uplift in scan leaning conversions with the goal to hit your target cost per action or return on ad spend, where the action or value is measured with SKAd network conversion value. You can also leverage seasonality adjustments, which has been a long-standing ask from many of you, and it enables you to adjust the expected conversion rate to seize an increased demand that can be predicted. This is a great example of how AI and human interaction can come together to drive extra value for your businesses. Our advertisers bring in their knowledge of their business, and customers will bring in the AI to do the best campaign, as well as the blackout capability to protect your campaign's learning outside of the high season. And let's see now how does it help with the right messaging via providing rich and meaning ads content. Well, you can start by leveraging Google AI as your personal creative assistant from now. Leverage, for example, SmartGen and its image suggestion based on your app data. Create images via prompts directly in your ads account. Also, you can leverage generative AI to create catchy headlines and descriptions, fine-tuned using app metadata. You can also make sure your asset represents your brands by showcasing your rich in-app content directly in the ad format and placement. App Campaign use the same feeds that are available for web campaigns. The difference with apps is that we use the feeds to improve search targeting on search and show feeds on Google Display Network and YouTube. And we have been adding more inventory to allow you to bring your product shelves into your app ads in the last 3 months, as we added YouTube Shorts inventory and homepage coverage for both Android and iOS, improved the format coverage on the Google Display Network, and the product selection criteria so that it does not show anything you would not want it to be there. Also, we renewed our holdback study after this latest update and found out that by adding a Google Merchant Center feed, advertisers can drive 12% more conversions and 40% more installs on average. And what better way to highlight all of this than a customer case study? G-Star Row is an international clothing brand that wanted to find out how they can drive more profitability holistically across their performance marketing channels. As they are fully web-to-app connected, they knew the app users convert at least 2 times better than web users and drive a 3.2 times higher return on investment, so driving a higher number of installs would likely provide better campaign performance, including for non-app campaigns such as PMax and search. So what they did is they decided to accelerate app investment in specific geos to find out if this would also benefit non-app performance, and results were astonishing, as they realized that increasing the app penetration via installs actually led to a 450% increase in their PMax return on ad spend due to the extra traffic landing in app via Web2App Connect. And now, let me pass it back to Sadi in London for a recap and next step.
Thank you so much, Yvonne and Ashmita. Now, before we close our presentation, let's do a very quick recap and discuss next steps. As a reminder, consumers don't differentiate between web and app, so it's absolutely critical that you think about your marketing strategies, not in web or app silos, but holistically and together. Get the basics in place and make sure you're set up to measure and optimize all conversions across web and app. Then leverage Google's AI-powered app campaigns for installs to grow your most valuable customer base. And advertisers who have put Google AI to work, leveraging both Web to App Connect and app campaigns for installs, saw a 21% average increase in web ROI. Now, let's make it simple with this 5-step checklist to help you optimize and grow your business across web and app. First, set up tracking with either Google Analytics 4 or one of our trusted app attribution partners. Next, make sure you import all your app conversions and your setup is correct. Third, activate smart bidding and make sure you're bidding on both web and app conversions in your search and performance max campaigns. Fourth, make sure you've set up deep linking across your campaign URLs for your existing app users. And finally, leverage app campaigns, Google's very first AI-powered campaign type, to reach, acquire, and convert your most valuable customers through your app. We hope that you found this session helpful, and make sure you catch the next Google Ads Academy event on 12th of September on how you can harness the best of Google AI to unlock demand. And please make sure you share your feedback with us so we can continue to bring you updates and content that will be most helpful for you to achieve your business and marketing goals. Thank you.